Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Destiny 2 by the Omen. This is my first Destiny 2 video. In my first ever video, I mentioned that I would be doing Destiny 2 videos. A majority of my videos will be Destiny 2 themed. I plan to eventually go over TWABs, raids, dungeons, and all that good shit that you guys want. However, I thought just for my first episode to do some normal gameplay and just go over a few things, just to let you guys know. First off, I am a Warlock main. So there are three classes in Destiny 2. You got Titan, which are big, bulky, kind of tank kind of guys. Hunters, quick, agile, kind of badass in PvP. And then you got the Warlocks. They're more support and are more on the magic side. I love Warlocks. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my Warlock. Currently I cannot pronounce the name to these gloves. I will go into more detail about the weapons I have, the exotic weapons I have, and my subclass. But at the moment, that's kind of like a build I have later in the future. And I'll explain that later on. For now, like I said, I just want to do some normal gameplay. Destiny 2 is one of my favorite games ever. It incorporates, if you come here to destinations, you got Vanguard. These are strikes. These are PvE base. You can have fun just playing against enemies. Gambit is a combination of PvE and PvP. It allows you to kill enemies. More enemies you get, they drop a currency called motes that you can only use in this gameplay. And with these motes, you can deposit them and send enemies over to the opponent's side. However, there are times where you can cross over into your enemy's side and battle your opponents in a PvP match. And you have Crucible. This is purely PvP. At the moment, there is a special thing going on called Trials. Trials is the top level PvP. If you are great at PvP, or at least you think you're great, go to Trials. Because I guarantee you, it will give you a very big humble. You'll feel very humble. So I'm going to go ahead, jump into this. We're going to go ahead and do a Nightfall on Heroic. I have Striga, which is a submachine gun, a bow, and I'm going to go ahead and put on the Hothead, which is a rocket launcher. My Striga is a submachine gun. Its main perk is Screaming Swarm. Fires a stream of sentient toxic projectiles that track down the targeted enemy. Toxic Overload, landing a final blow or multiple precision hits, triggers a burst that poison nearby targets. And Striga Catalyst, poison final blows return ammo to the magazine. I also have a bow. My bow, Under Your Skin. Beautiful bow, one of my favorite bows ever. Explosive head and firmly planted. Explosive head, arrows explode after a short delay, and firmly planted. Increase accuracy, stability, and handling when firing crouched. This is the Nightfall for this week, so it's like all other PvE content, except for this tends to give you better loot, better gear, and it's harder. Furthermore, in the Heroic mode that I chose, there is a level of enemies called Champions. There are three kinds: Anti-Barrier, Barrier Champions, Overload, and Unstoppable. I keep saying Anti-Barrier. Barrier enemies have a very annoying ability. Allows them to basically re-heal themselves. Sorry, give me 1 second to equip my mods. So, there we go. Anti-barriers pop up a shield after you do some damage to them. It is completely invulnerable, except for to a certain mod called Anti-Barrier, which is the reason I keep saying it. They also can heal themselves while behind the shield. Overloads, basically, is pretty much what they sound like. They overuse their abilities and have a massive regeneration. And then you have Unstoppable. Unstoppables are basically take half damage of the amount of damage you give to them. Doesn't sound too big, but it actually is. They are a pain in the ass to deal with. However, I think actually overloads might be worse. I believe there's an overload. Yep, right here. So if you have certain mods on, pick up that heavy. So there are 3 classes, as I said: Titans, Hunters, Warlocks. Titans have the ability, a special ability of theirs called Barricade. They can pop up like a little shield. It protects them from any damage. It's for maybe AoE damage. Hunters can dodge, so they do like a quick roll to get out of very uncomfortable situations. And Hunters can heal themselves. We have a ability called Healing Rift. It allows us to pop up a rift under us that gives us healing. As you can see, this is a more easier version of Nightfall. But there are 5 different modes total of Nightfalls. There's Adept, which is probably the easiest. I don't think there's even any champions. Heroic, which does have champions. Legendary, which starts to get real hard. And matchmaking is off, so you are alone unless you already have a fire team. Then you have Master, which is really difficult. Then you have the Granddaddy. Like, they're so powerful, not even I have access to them yet, because I am too low in power level. Yet. I'm working on it. So bear with me. But, as you see, I'm actually not too far, so to be able to actually use, go to a Grandmaster, you are required to be at least 1575. As you all saw, I am 1572, actually. So I'm not too far away, I just need some higher level gear. In the build I'm using, I will go into a little more detail about that in a little while. Oh, not see you there. Unfortunately, Ostrostrig is not a long-range weapon, so it is harder to hit those targets up there. Technically, I should be really using just my bow. It's just kind of fun to use my Ostrostrig. Also, if I'm being honest, bows aren't exactly my forte. I prefer close-range combat. The subclass I'm using, like elemental kind of power, is called Stasis, basically ice, as you could probably already tell. It is a darkness subclass. Most people use light. However, if you get the DLC pack, the expansion pack, Beyond Light, you can have access to Stasis. Most of you, though, will just have access to, unless you get that DLC, you probably will only have access to the original ones. The original light classes, which are Void, like Gravity, Solar, Fire, and Arc, which is Lightning. Where's the other guy? Oh. And this is the last boss fight. A little suggestion to all you who are doing this Nightfall for the first time. I highly recommend coming and staying in this side. And I say that because the boss will have a harder time reaching you from in here. See in just a second. No, that's not him. That's him. Yeah, the big guy. There is a reason I use stasis. And with my poison abilities, allows me to hit multiple enemies at the same time. BTW, if you have a hard time seeing the opponents, it is not your imagination. It is because some of these enemies are literally invisible. Yep. Something new Bungie, the creators of Destiny, have done. It's called Subtle Foes. It's a mod that allows them to become invisible. Not exactly fun to deal with. Damn it. And here comes me. Come on. Come on. Nice. Can I hit him? So the 3 rotating shields, if you didn't guess it already, is invincible. Much to my annoyance. There's something behind us. Sneaky little bastard. Get that buff. GG's. So that was this week's Nightfall. The Nightfalls rotate on a daily basis. Not daily, weekly basis. Level up. Go to the tower to show you all that real quick. So real quick, something I wanted to mention. So, for you newcomers, for nobody who knows, for those who know absolutely nothing about Destiny, and even for those who do know Destiny but was a little confused by something, you may have noticed how I was getting pretty much continuous grenades. Those were the little ice things I would throw on the ground and they would freeze everything. Normally, they don't recharge that fast. However, I have created a build, or more along the lines, I watched a YouTuber who suggested a build, and I tweaked it a little bit, but this is pretty much his design. So I actually wanted to give a shout out to him, PludnerThaBooty, PludnerThaBooty, I believe. That's his gamer tag and YouTuber name. He built this build. He calls it the Necromancer build. I've kept the name. I love it. Like I said, I tweaked it up a little bit, but this is pretty much what he uses. Osteostriga, because of its poison. His secondary weapon doesn't matter. He doesn't go over these two, actually. But what really matters is here. I'm going to show you. First off, for your aspects, you want Ice Flare Bolts. Shattering a frozen target spawns Seekers that track and freeze other nearby targets. That's essential. Then Glacial Harvest. Freezing targets create stasis shards around the frozen targets. Higher tier combatants create more shards. This is practically useless unless you have certain mods, or down here, fragments, which are like mods, but for your subclass. This is my super, my crazy god and ability, Winter's Wrath. I have my Cold Snap grenades on, and there's a reason I use these instead of the other two grenades available. So first off, let me go over my fragments. Whisper of Fissures. Increase the damage and size of the burst of stasis when you destroy a stasis crystal or defeat a frozen target. Basically, it allows them to explode. Nice. Whisper of Rending. Kinetic weapons do increased damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. Basically, this gun, anything, so kinetic, so that means first slot, any weapon does increased damage, including this weapon. Whisper of Torment. He uses this one. Whisper of Chains. While you are near frozen targets or friendly stasis crystal, you take reduced damage from targets. This is a good mod. It's just not one I particularly use. I don't know how he uses it, but if I freeze a target, I'm gonna shoot him. Yeah, I know I can get resist from it, but still, I'm gonna shoot him. It's just my little opinion. So I like to put on Whisper of Torment. You gain grenade energy every time you take damage from targets. This is amazing. And then here, Whisper of Conduction. Pardon my pronunciation. It's been a very long day. Nearby stasis shards track to your position. I also get 10 plus resilience. I can take more damage, and 10 plus intellect. That is the speed of how quickly I get this ability, and my rift, my healing rift, or empowering rift, which gives me a damage boost. I like healing rift though. Now, this is essential for this build. Well, kind of. It depends. He does have a few different versions of it. This is one version, but this is pretty much essential if you want to use Cold Snap grenades. Fervid Cold Snap is this Gauntlet's perk. Your Cold Snap grenades have an additional charge that recharges quicker on direct impact. The Seeker's spawn from Cold Snap grenades travels further. This allows me to throw my Cold Snap grenades and freeze more targets quicker and better. There are, as you can see, there are individual mods I have on. A majority of these do not matter, but there are some that kind of do. So kinetic siphon, and I actually don't know why I have that one on. It's supposed to be kinetic siphon. I think my loadout is a little messed up, but no matter. So basically, rapid kinetic final blows, weapon final blows create an orb of power. Orbs of power give you intellect, so super energy back. And charged with taking charge. Become charged with light by picking up an orbs of power. Basically, you become supercharged, like a miniature supercharged. Now, this is absolutely essential for this build. Stasis shards count as stasis elemental wells. Elemental wells, actually, it's right down here. Picking up an elemental well grants energy to your ability with the lowest current energy. Almost always will be your grenade, if you're continuously spamming it. Picking up an elemental well, whose element matches your subclass damage type, grants energy to all your abilities. So, basically, when I pick up a stasis shard, I get energy back for all my abilities. Not a lot, but still, it's good. Doesn't matter what you have on here. I like thermoshock plating. It is a seasonal mod, and this is because I take reduced solar and arc damage, so reduced lightning and fire damage. It's nice. And then elemental charge, while become charged with light by picking up an elemental well. So I'm getting charged with light from picking up orbs of power and elemental shards. And this is when the things start to come together. Firepower. While charged with light, regain a portion of your grenade energy when you use your grenade, consuming 1 stack of charged light. I also have Innervation. I think I said that right? Innervation? Reduce grenade cooldown each time you pick up a orb of power. And then Recuperation, just for the extra heal boost. Replenishes health each time you pick up an orb of power. That is so amazing, it's not even funny. It saves your bacon. And then you can actually stack this mod, so it gives you even more energy back. I also have Bomber. This is not needed, but it's nice. Reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. My Rift. Also, if you do not want these mods on, or you do not need them on, I like to have Grenade Kickstart. And, for the sake of it, Fastball. Increase grenade throw distance, and Grenade Kickstart. When your grenade energy is fully expended, you gain grenade energy. So for a brief second, I get a little piece of energy back. Furthermore, I'm getting energy back from the mods, from stasis shards, from orbs of power, and because of the gauntlets, I'm getting my energy back in a crazy amount. So, thumbs up to PludnerThaBooty. He is an amazing YouTuber. I watch him a lot, actually. He's inspired me to create my own builds. Future videos, I will show some of those. But for now, like I said, I want to give a shout out to him, and his link will be in the description below. And basically, yeah, that was a Nightfall, my friends. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys this. So if you come here to the EDZ, come here down to the Winding Cove, let's travel here real quick. There is a black market dealer kind of guy called Zur, who pops up in 3 separate places. This is one of them, the Winding Cove in the EDZ. And he gives you exotic armor, exotic weapons, and just good gear overall. As a matter of fact, he's selling the cloak I'm wearing. This, actually, take it back. This is a skin I have on. This is what my armor looks like without it. But I'm sorry. I like my armor. Makes me look badass. Alright, so Zur will be over here. Come this way, speed past all of this junk. Actually, can't believe I made that. Sometimes the grenade will miss. That was kind of embarrassing. So as you see, a majority of that was not even me hitting him. That was just he took damage, like from the blast of the stasis. So if you climb up here, nope, I'm sorry, going the wrong way. This guy has it right. If you come up here, it's a little hidden, but it's an easier way to get up than the way I was going. Ooh, chest. You'll have a little. And here, my friends, is Zur with his tentacle face. Oh, this is a quest he'll give you for an exotic cipher. This helps you get exotic weapons. So, he is, as always, selling an exotic engram. You can get armor, weapons, a whole shebang. He's also selling specific ones. For Themis Lens, it's a trace rifle, like a laser gun, basically. Give you bombardiers. This is for hunters only, so when they dodge, they leave a little bomb left behind. The bomb does certain effects based off what subclass you have. Arc blinds targets, solar burns, void suppresses, and stasis slows. So slow is it's not complete freeze, but it's pretty damn close. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. If you can pronounce it, just, I don't know, say it in the comments down below. I'm going to give you a thumbs up, because if you can say that, good for you. This is for Titans only. And another thing. Gain an additional grenade charge. And then Getaway Artist. This will be especially good for the update coming up to the Arc subclass. Dynamic Duo. Convert your Arc Grenade into a supercharged Arc Soul. The Arc Soul functions as an autonomous turret. Basically, turn your grenade into a little glowing portal that follows you around, shoots enemies. 7 Seraph Sidearm. That's a nice roll. Not needed though, since the full auto is a mod now. Like the Kilos. My pronunciation's so bad it's not even funny, and I speak English. I speak English for a living, like, every day, and I still can't speak it correctly. The machine gun. Nice roll, nice roll. Wolf Tone Draw, an arc bow. I'll be honest, not the best roll, in my opinion, but just my opinion. Deafening Whisper, grenade launcher. Most grenade launchers are hard for some people to use because they bounce off walls and whatnot. However, this is very unique. This is called a wave frame. When the projectile hits the ground, it will shoot a wave of energy. So basically, it allows you to more confidently use it. Underdog, nice. And auto-loading holster. Not the best in the world, but I have to say it's a good roll. Ooh. This is a nice one. Under Pressure, improves stability and accuracy as the magazine gets slower. And High Impact Reserves. Rounds at the end of the magazine deal more damage. This works very nicely with each other. Charge time is rough. Fusion rifles, basically you have to charge it up before firing. Charge time is long, but my friends, this is a gun you want. Yeah, you definitely want this bad boy. You also have Temptation's Hook, the only sword other than an exotic that can act. Oh, and one other sword called the Sola's Scar. This and the Sola's Scar can throw a heavy projectile attack. It's actually really cool. And then a Sniper, Frozen Orbit. A pretty good roll. This is the Lightkin Armor. And he is selling 2 exotic weapons. Dead Man's Tale, great scout rifle for PvP, one of the best in my opinion. 4 times to charm. This is a pretty good roll actually for PvE. I have the catalyst. It's like a boost to it. And then Hawkman, quick draw. I don't know about that. Faster reloads when the magazine's empty. This might be a good PvP. This might be good for PvP. Well, there you have it, guys. I did a Nightfall for you, and I showed you who Zur is, I showed you who Destiny is, and I showed you a build that I got from a YouTuber. Like I said, PludnerThaBooty. He's a great guy. Love him. And if you could, I hope you all enjoy this. Please like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, I need the faith. I need the courage to keep going. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video again. And I hope to see you in the next video. This is the Omen, signing out.